Welcome back, Tribe. Got one here from FBE Capital. If you haven't, go subscribe to his channel. Links will be in the description below. He's getting heavily suppressed by YouTube. Well, me too, but especially him. And he got targeted by one of the cat ladies he covered. They're trying to sue his ass in court. Hopefully he's winning that too. Let's get into it.
Older women dating younger men.
Let's talk about dating younger men. They're really fun. Tons of energy.
It's even got a catchy new name.
Hag maxing.
But in reality, the majority of older women who are dating younger men are not having a good time at all.
If I think about where I am in my dating life, I would categorize it as
Pathetic.
still romantically optimistic, but completely fatigued.
Honestly, I can't deal with men anymore, so...
Can you imagine being an older woman dating this guy that's obviously using you because you're an easy lay and you have money and you're basically taking care of him? He's your sugar baby, essentially, your boy toy. And you cannot get him to stop checking out other women, younger chicks in his age range. Imagine that. You're spending money on this dude. He's piping. He's blowing the cobwebs off your nasty cave. And he's still catching him with text messages from 6 different girls in his class in college. He's got his old high school girlfriend. He's got all the chicks from Tinder and shit. And you can't stop it. You can't stop. You can't compete. This is always going to be a temporary thing for you.
If I have to go through one more talking stage, I'm all lose my mind.
Happy Monday to everybody except the men that I'm talking to on dating. You're just exhausting me.
So I've decided to start dating some younger men. Someone help me.
Briefly dated a 24-year-old, and I was very uncomfortable with the age difference. I don't like feeling old.
I just dated this guy who was in his mid-20s, and I was not prepared for the ghosting and the drama.
Is this really the level of effort we are at when it comes to dating? Just a smiley face?
Ladies, so you want to date a younger guy, huh? Guess what he wants?
It just kind of seems like a guy that, just wants to Netflix and chill.
And it was very clear to me that all he wanted was friends with benefits. And he didn't even want to be friends. He just wanted booty call energy.
Asking me what my favorite position is, or if I'm more dominant or submissive.
I am 42 years old and single.
We're just at different life stages.
I think sometimes it's just fine to be this is so fucking hard.
It doesn't necessarily have a long-term compatibility.
No shit.
Yes, boys. Apparently, older women and younger men do not have a long-term compatibility. Wow. Who would have thought that?
When is this process going to change? We'll talk, you ask for my number, and then I never hear from you again.
It's almost as if nature hardwired this into our DNA and sets off a monthly egg timer to remind you to not mess around.
When you talk about approaching 40 or being over the age of 35, I want to be crystal clear. In terms of gynecology and obstetrics, women's best eggs are in their early 20s.
But hey, don't listen to female doctors who actually care about telling women the truth and provide them with useful information about their bodies. No, just listen to the...
Oh no, we're not strong, independent boss babes anymore. You mean there is a biological clock. You are running against Father Time, and he's undefeated. Go back to your career. At least you can wipe your face with hundreds, right? The corner office job. Oh no, you mean you get fired? Oh no, you're depressed and on medication now. Pharmacologicals just to keep you sane from breaking down. Oh no, she's so sad. She's gotten 3 cats now and drinks box wine, wondering what her future is going to be like. Ooh, damn, you got sold a fucking dream and then society took a shit on it. Congratulations, you're an IRS cuck. You pay taxes, still get yelled at by men at your job, forced to work, you're not respected, you're a number, you make no difference, you have no impact in the company. Your life is meaningless. You could have had an impact on your family. You could have had a meaningful life being a mother. You chose to be a cuck. Enjoy the cubicle life.
Wisdom of female life coaches online.
You're new here. Hi, my name's Kirsten. I'm a life coach.
Or better yet, your personal YouTube tarot card reader.
I'm just so tired. And my YouTube tarot card reader said that all cardinal signs are supposed to be ending the 16 or whatever year curse, now.
Yeah. Bro, imagine having a kid with that chick and half that brain is in your future son. He's not being a world conqueror. He's going to be the conquered. You can't do not reproduce with women like that. If she's talking tarot cards, pump and dump protocol, only catch and release, do not pass go. Do not wife her up.
Yep, these are perfectly functioning adults. Please drop a like on the video if you think that these modern women have lost the plot, and comment down below what you think. Anyways, before we rip apart the concept of older women and younger men, I want to give a big shout out to you guys for supporting the channel on fberaw.com, since the last video I posted here got removed for apparently being way out of line and showing so-called sexual gratification, which was just a bullshit excuse to censor the video. So now the fully uncensored version is an exclusive on fberaw.com, and we are growing strong over there. So big thanks to you guys for the love and support. Now let's get back to the delusion. And let's kick it off with a banger of entitlement, since this woman is peak modern insanity. Since she's not just looking for a younger man to date.
God, it's always a blonde one.
She's actually married with kids.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm a married polyamorous mom of 3.
While looking for a younger man on the side,
I'm looking for one secondary partner or a boyfriend or friends with benefits plus. It's called lots of different things depending on what part of the world you're in.
That must also treat her with respect and dignity and take her seriously.
I don't hear from them for days or even over a week. And then they come in and they automatically jump to a sexual question.
How many men have you dated? How many men have you f***ed? And it literally happened that fast. And I was just appalled.
Yep, this woman is actually complaining about men only wanting hookups from a 40-year-old married mother who is looking for some action on the side.
With a man, you're married. What the fuck what is he supposed to ask? So what are your life goals? What plans do you have for the rest of your life? Where would you like to be in 10 years? You're fucking married with kids, you moron. What do you think this is gonna be? Oh, shit. Look at the face. This is the thumbnail. Unreal. I have like a canny timing for these. That's what her brain looks like on the inside. Fucking ridiculous.
I mean, you just can't make this nonsense up.
Can't.
It's like, lady, what the f do you expect from a younger man in a situation like this? To wine and dine you and hopefully wife you up one day?
I really am struggling with this lack of effort.
What this situation clearly demonstrates, and something that we as men all know, is that there are plenty of 20-year-old dudes that still want to bang an older woman.
They will date you. They will ask you out. They will go through the motions that make it seem like they're genuinely interested, even when they're not. They'll sleep with you. They'll pursue you. And they have other reasons beyond being authentically interested in you as a person.
It's simply because it's different and there is some mystery to it. However, as men get older, the mystery fades and older women simply become just that, older women. And so if she's not your wife or the mother to your kids, most men are not going to stick around.
Got a Rolodex and they're screaming through people and they're going for coffee dates and walk dates and they're trying to do it really quickly.
Now, even though many older women will tell you that their dating options expand as they get older,
I can date both the toy boys and the divorced dads. So I've now got a huge new range.
What they won't tell you is that many of them now simply get played by both the younger guys and the old dudes.
I was asked out by a 27-year-old, and then I was asked out by a 47-year-old. And in both instances, neither have followed up to actually make it happen.
You see? And so the reason why older women and younger men are less likely to succeed than the old guy and the hot young wife is because young men have everything that older women.
Look at that. My man, look at that. Listen, that's the natural order of things right here. You can't beat Mother Nature. Get over it. That chick's talking about I got a 27-year-old and a 47-year-old. You don't. You never had your car, okay? What you had was a dude, both of them probably horny in the moment, swiping, going, yeah, she's old. Yeah, she's easy. She'll be a backup. And then they're over here trying to swipe and get dates with chicks that look like this. You're a backup for the dry spell. That's all you are. And you're never going to be taken serious. Dating a guy, sleeping with the guys not actually related to long-term interests whatsoever. They keep mistaking these two. They think a guy has genuine long-term intentions just because he wants to spread your legs. Bro, how dense could you fucking be? Imagine not knowing the basics of what men want. Unreal.
Women hate.
The update is that Mr. 28-year-old was never to be heard from again.
Honestly, the whole process has just aged me drastically and dramatically.
A lot of other 27 and 28-year-olds have been sliding into my DMs. But it never goes anywhere. And I'm really trying to learn my lesson to only pursue available men.
You see, older women want men to be established, mature, and have their finances sorted.
We want you to be in your career and be stable. We don't want to be dating someone in our 50s and then they turn around and go, hey, you know, if I can just get this promotion, then I'll be earning almost as much money as you.
And younger men only want two things that many older women either can't or won't give up. And they really like the fact that older women are not looking for them to pay for everything and can shower them with gifts.
But guess what? The trade-off is you have to be willing to foot the bill. That's reality. I know some great ladies, some fantastic, beautiful, beautiful older women, and they're married to some good-looking younger men. But what they're not telling you is, yes, they make it seem like those guys have money, but they don't. I know behind the scenes that these ladies are paying for everything.
Yep. Being a hot sugar mama is the only way to guarantee a long-term relationship with a much younger guy. Since the reality simply is that most young dudes are not interested in wifing up a 40 or 50-year-old. So ironically, the only way for an older woman to make it work long-term with a younger man is to do the very thing that they absolutely despise.
Let's talk about signs that you're dating a broke guy. I base these on my own experiences dating at now 57 years old.
If you're a single woman and you go on a date with a man and then he refuses to pay for the date,
you cannot afford to financially bail a man out who is so financially unwell that no matter how big the shovel is that you brought to the relationship, you would never be able to dig him out. So just get out.
Now, next to the monetary reason, there's also a practical reason of why older women and younger men usually don't work out, and that is the concept of children. Now, funny enough, I'm actually not talking about the ability to have children, but the complexity of finding someone who doesn't want kids, but does want to be a stepdad to the kids that are already there.
A younger person in their like the 30s, late 30s, whatever, who absolutely does not want children, but likes children enough to like mine. It seems to be a pretty small subset of people.
You see, she's absolutely right. There's only a very small pool of guys that don't want kids, but don't have a problem with becoming a stepdad. So you're really looking for a needle in a haystack. But that's not the only problem here. Since this woman
You're looking for a voluntary cuck. Be a daddy to my kids, but like, I don't want to give you another kid, so just come on over, little cuck. I'll spread my legs, and then you'll be happy. Unreal, dude. Single mothers are, wow.
Gives a whole new meaning to the term daddy.
If you have a father who's young, so like my dad is almost exactly 20 years older than me, and he's a stallion, which is gross to say, but he's a good looking guy, and he looks very young.
Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I would almost think that she wants to fuck her dad. But that's for her and a YouTube card reader to resolve.
My YouTube tarot card reader.
Anyways, when you go through her content, it becomes very evident why she struggles with relationships, since it just screams entitlement headache.
But to find somebody who's going to stay is so particular when you're this kind of person like me, because they need to be on the same wavelength.
Oh my God. Do the demands ever stop? 42 years old, single mother. You gotta have the same wavelength. Shut up. You should be lucky with the crumbs off the ground. What the fuck?
Recognize that maybe you highlight their own shadows, but they're not going to be triggered by it. They're going to be like, oh, shit. I like that this person helps me.
Oh my God.
And they deal with it.
But what's truly amazing is her reasoning for wanting to get married again.
I also really do want to get married again at some point.
To a cuck.
It's totally out of vanity because I would like to do that before I lose some aesthetics, right? Like, I'm in my early 40s. I'm already kind of pushing the hands of time, you know? And I would like to be in a white dress and have some nice photos taken.
Wow, I just can't believe some hot young dude hasn't already snagged her up. My God, man. Now, she does mention later on that she also wants to really fall in love with the person and have butterflies, but it all just sounds like an afterthought when clearly her main concern is to get married while she still looks good. This mindset is literally what every guy fears, that you marry a woman and the moment her goal is achieved, she just lets herself go and now you're fucked, since divorcing her is going to cost you big time.
If you supported your wife during the marriage, if she became accustomed to a lifestyle that your money afforded her, then chances are you will pay her alimony in spite of the fact that she cheated on you.
Now, for a final disastrous attempt at locking down a younger man, we travel all the way to Singapore for a true masterclass in delusion.
It's Friday night in Singapore, and I went out this evening and I met a new guy who happens to be an expat.
Now, there are many problems in this story. However, one of the most iconic ones, and the reason why I made the Passport Bros series, linked up here, is how Western women keep underestimating the value of Western men, and they keep overestimating their own value.
He exclusively dates Singaporean or other Southeast Asian nationalities. But he rates himself a 7.5, and in Singapore, he rates himself a 9. I don't know what you Singaporean ladies are doing, but you could do so much better.
You see, she laughs at the guy who's clearly having a much better time dating abroad than she is, because in her eyes, he is beneath her. But the reality is, the average British white dude is not only much taller than the average Asian woman, which is going to help him absolutely dominate the Asian dating market, even if he's the most basic white dude in Britain. While at the same time, an older British white woman is not really that desired in Asia at all.
As a Western woman living in Singapore, it's a very common fact that it's a very difficult market to date. And what happens is many Western women, in this case English women, will leave because they can't find a boyfriend.
No shit, dude. You can't compete in that market. You think you can match up with some young, hot, like tight Asian, super fit, slender, friendly, feminine, wants kids, lets the man lead, will be taking care of him, turns the house into a home, cooks like a fucking maniac, is super supportive? You're done. You got out-competed. Your job game fucking over. You want to go there as like this, looking like this, disheveled and shit, out there in Singapore? Out of your fucking mind, dude. You get a real rude ass wake up call when you go overseas and see real feminine women absolutely pulling all your men, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing, because they have hard heads, dude. It's the pride before the fall. They can't admit to themselves that they're outcompeted, that those women are more womanly than they are, more feminine than they'll ever be, that they're not just okay, but crave to be led by, to serve their husbands. Some shit that the Western world drilled out of and like sucked that shit out. Like, what was that fucking mosquito movie? Do you guys remember there's some old ass mosquito movie in the 80s or the 90s where there's giant ass mosquitoes sucking people dry? It was like a horror movie, dude. That's what Western women are to men now. They're those giant mosquitoes that like will suck you dry. The moment you get impaled, dude, all your blood, everything, you're just like rubber skin. That's all that's left. What movie is that, dude? I haven't seen that since I was a kid. Somebody link that title in the comments.
Yep, doesn't sound so promising, does it? And so these basic facts are happily ignored by older women on a constant basis, which is why they continue making videos on how great it is to be dating a younger man in your 40s or 50s. But at the same time, they also complain non-stop about how these men keep ghosting them and not take them seriously, to the point that they even start completely ignoring DMs from younger men because they just know it's going to end badly.
27 and 28-year-olds have been sliding into my DMs. And I'm going to be honest, I'm ignoring them because founders of the past would check out their profile, think they're attractive, and respond. But it never goes anywhere. And I'm really trying to learn my lesson.
Now, a lot of critics might say, aren't you a hypocrite if you support older men dating 20-year-olds, but you're against older women dating younger guys? And to that I say, I am not against older women dating younger men at all. If these women want to date young guys, go right ahead. However, what I am against is the bull narrative that older women are now choosing to date younger men and that it's going great.
That didn't work out, and I have to go back to dating.
Oh, the tears. Yeah, you have no choice. He's right about that. The choice was taken away from you. All you literally have is the scraps or, quote, boy toys that honestly put you in like dead last in their lives of priorities. You are the pickup chick. You're the dry spell break. And that's all you'll ever be because no man wants to marry a woman older than him unless she comes fucking loaded with money, just like that other dude was. And to be honest, this chick is banging for her age. This dude's good looking and she's loaded. These guys are getting in private jets and shit. I don't know who she is or what she does, but she is well kept for her age. And my man's now a millionaire. He doesn't got to work another day in his life. So a rare combination of a well-kept woman that's still attractive at her age with multiple millions in the bank. And that's the only way it works. There will never be genuine desire, genuine love. If she didn't have the money, he wouldn't be there. It is what it is. I don't make the rules.
It's the bull narrative. Hey, since in reality, most of the time, these young...
Look at that dude. Is that a GT3 or what is that? Okay, it's like a normal 911. Look at him.
Most of the time, these younger men only want a hookup type situation. And
He's
most
chilling,
of the time, these older women are finding out that they do not want what these young men have to offer. And young men only stick around when older women are willing to spend massively on them. This is what...
Damn, he's getting sugared up. Yeah, shout outs to FB Capital. His videos are always edited exquisitely. Go show him some love. He's still battling a case, I think. Not sure what the verdict on that is, but hope you guys enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Oh, subscribe to the second channel if you haven't. Get yourself some Hoflation mugs. I don't have mine next to me. Like 20, 30 of you bought some from that last episode. Appreciate you very much. Thank you, everybody that's been doing the private consults as well. And in the private community, guys, we're doing calls 5 days a week, including investing in some good old biddies, as you see up here. We got a little Bitcoin price tracker. So get with us, on those day trading calls and make some money on top of all the self-improvement stuff. So see you guys next time. Take care.